Hello and welcome to another episode of Balatro. Last time we played on the Nebula deck, and I said we were gonna get a win, and we didn't. We're gonna try it again, and I think we're gonna play using all of the intelligence that we gained from the previous attempts. And that intelligence includes the fact that we are not going to force straights just because we're the Nebula deck and Saturn is good. However, in this situation, looking for one of 9 spades is similar to looking for one of 8 sevens or queens. So we'll look for the straight, and we got it. So now, if a Celestial Pack does present itself, it does have a Saturn in it. It doesn't mean we have to commit to that strategy. Just something to keep in mind. I would like to look at these jokers. A forever burnt joker is very powerful. And this joker can help pay for himself. We should look for the flush. Burnt Joker is going to upgrade high card in the long run. That sounds reasonable. Now I could discard like this looking for one more face card to discard with Faceless, but I think that's a little greedy. We'll probably just sell this Faceless. Maybe not. So we play this flush, and we look for 2 more face cards that we can discard with Faceless here. Nah, we didn't get it. So what are we looking for then? 2, 3, 4... Excuse me. 2, 3, 4... It's probably the spade flush, so we are going... Yeah, we are going to sell this. He didn't pay for himself, but he didn't cost us anything either. We're going to discard like this, 2 more. We didn't get 2 more spades, but we got a 3 of a kind on 2s, but 3 of a kind on 2s is so bad. So, what do we do instead? Ooh. Look for a 4 of a kind on 2 by playing like this. Sure. Or a full house if we spontaneously get 2 of another card, which we did. Okay. So we won in 3 hands instead of 2 there. Not a huge deal. We upgraded high card with Burnt Joker. Also not a huge deal. Turtle Bean is free, so it's probably worth taking. And then... I don't know what cards we've played previously, but the pillar is not a huge deal in general. So we can just take Turtle Bean and go. Ten, Jack, Queen, King, Ace, huh? So you see here we have the option to discard a straight to upgrade it with Burnt Joker. That seems really good. Let's do that. Upgrading straights is phenomenal in general. And now we look for the 9 to get a straight that we can play to try and win in 1. Look, a level 2 straight wins probably in 1. It kind of depends. So we can keep a Jack around in case we get like a Queen Ace. Turtle Bean makes this a lot easier to find what we're looking for. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Just discard these 5. Nice, we got the 9. So 8, 9, 10, we'll put the Jack and the 7 in there. Actually the 6 is better because it actually scores. We'll sell the Turtle Bean. And then play the straight, which should win here. Yep. Nice. Okay, and if we look at the Nebula situation, we actually do get Saturns, which is still good. Wow, and we're offered a Saturn here. So we can upgrade Saturn twice right now, which is ridiculous. Okay, just go next. This would also give us a Saturn, but I would rather fight and upgrade something with Burnt Joker. Ace 2, 3, 4. So we probably just look for the 5, like this. Upgrade pair while we're at it, just because. How hard is it to find a 5? Oh, we got it. Okay. Good. Level 4 straight super wins. We're up to 15 bucks. A free joker from this is good. A straight flush. That's okay. To-do lists can stick around for a long time. It won't stay on straight flush. It'll cycle through a bunch of other options. Do we want the raised fist? I don't think we need it. Straight is gonna win right away, so as long as we can find the straight before we run out of discards and hands, we don't need the extra scoring. So I think we can just go next and fight. 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so we upgrade high card. Yeah. We're just hard looking for the 6. Yep. If we do get a 10, then we can hard look for a jack or a 6, and no longer keep the 5, but until we get the 10, we are going to keep the 5, because we need either a 5 or a 10. Okay, 10, 9, oh, well we got the 10, 9, 8, 7. So now we just look for a jack or a 6. Yeah, we talked about this possibility. Get to play a 3 of a kind while we're at it. Who knows, maybe the straight flush will present itself. A club of 6 and 8. No, but we did get the straight to win in just one more hand. So that's, yeah, that's 2200. Very, very powerful. This wants me to get 4 of a kind. We don't need to upgrade chips because straight already has 120 chips. Do we take a Mega Celestial? Yeah, I think so. We can upgrade Saturn and high card. The high card stuff actually matters with the Burnt Joker also upgrading it all along the way. Kind of nice. Okay, do we take Overstock? It's such a good voucher, but we have no money. Why do we have no money? Oh, I had $20. I just spent 8 on a pack is why. $8 is a lot to spend on a pack. And we haven't been able to trigger to-do list. What's the boss? All diamond cards are debuffed? That doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, we'll take the voucher. There's a lot of long-term power in having that Overstock voucher. Okay. 9, 10, Jack, Queen. Upgrading pair is actually not as good as upgrading high card, so I think we can be a little greedy and choose to upgrade high card because we already have a 9, 10, Jack, Queen, so the straight looks actually very easy to find compared to the previous blind, for example. And you can see we just found it right away, so there you go. And there's no way to look for a 4 of a kind while also holding on to the straight, so we'll just end. Okay, to-do list wants us to do flush, that's doable for sure. A negative ice cream is cute, but not worth it. It'll disappear eventually. An extra Saturn though is very good. Yeah, Saturn is still guaranteed to be seen here. I would love the extra discard. It's going to be huge, so we probably hold out for it. Go next and fight. Alright, what are we looking at here? There's, the flush. We have 2 of each suit. That's not very likely to get 2 of each suit, making it impossible to look for the what am I trying to say? Look for the flush. So I think what we do is we play 3 of a kind, and then look for a flush or a straight. 4, 5, 6. Yikes. I don't think we can afford to look for the flush. We have to get the straight to win. So we're going to upgrade pair. It's not as good as upgrading high card, but I'm a little bit worried about winning this one. So we'll go ahead and upgrade pair instead of high card, even though it's worse, because I just want to discard one more card to actually look for the hand that will get me there. So a 3 or a 7 and an 8 should get me there. We got the 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that still wins on 1. Okay, good to know. Unfortunately, we can't afford that discard voucher yet. To-do list. Mail and rebate should be free. How much is the straight? 20 times 3,600. We need to get 4,800. But it's a little bit better than that. Like 25 times 20 is already another. Yeah. We should be fine. The reason I'm saying 25 times 20 is because, like, if your hand scores 5 cards, like, those cards are basically at least 25 chips, so 25 times 20 would be another 500. Which, admittedly, 500 plus, what did I say? 3,600 is only 4,100, but that's totally fine. 700 away with this upgraded high card. Like, high card's another 250. So yeah, like 2 more high cards would get us there. Okay. So we're good. We go next. We fight. Hope that we can get a 3 of a kind, maybe, potentially. Ace 2, 3, 4. I want to discard 4s for mail and rebate though. We just gotta get the. We'll upgrade pair again instead of high card. Okay, ace 2, 3, 4, 5. This actually doesn't win, but I'm actually okay with that also. It gives me a chance to look for a 3 of a kind and to discard some 4s for the money situation on this this blind. Look, and there's a 3 of a kind. We have to do it like this instead of the full house because we want to get the to-do list proc. So how much is this? It's going to be 60 times 3, 180. Which means right now I need 900, so that would put me at needing basically 700. Not super easy, but possible. I don't know, 700 is a lot. We have to get another straight, don't we? But I don't keep the 3 to look for another straight. But I don't keep the double 9s. Because I think what we're going to want to do is a middle straight, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Well, no. A high card, no, high card, remember, is exceptional right now. It's 250. So we could get the remaining 700 even with just a couple of high cards. Pairs are even better. So actually we keep the 9s because of the pairs. Okay. Or the 3 of a kind. Okay. That makes sense. Get the money. Another 3 of a kind? Oh, you tempt me. We still need 725. This is only, gosh, like 177-ish. I think that might actually be exactly. So 177, which means pair or high card wouldn't get there. But if we could find the 5, no, it's going to be better to. What is it going to be better to do? Just play a pair? Okay, does a pair actually get there? 55 plus 18 is 60, 73. So we would have 73 times 5 is 365. So if we did another pair after that, 730, which is enough by 5. Though the pair would have to be pretty good. Like kings. We only have one king. I think 8s would be good enough. Okay. Play the pair. Oh man, I'm scared. We need to get the pair, right? This is only... It's quite a bit less. Yeah, so right now we need 360. This would be 55 times 5 is only 275. Yeah. Yeah, pair is a lot more. It's like 20 more, so it'd be like 75 times 5, which is 300. Yeah, which is enough. Okay, so we need to get a pair of something or a 7 and keep 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen. But there's only one Jack. Bunch of 8s, bunch of 10s, so it's probably worth it to keep an ace. Yeah, an ace, an 8, and a 10. So we have 2 aces, 3 10s, 3 8s. That's a total of 6 cards. But seeing one of them would be good enough. Oh, now I'm worried that the 8s aren't good enough. Let's do the math on the 8s. It's going to be 55 plus 16 is 71 times 5 is only 355. We would be 5 points off if we did the 8s. Shoot. So maybe I set myself up for failure here. So our options instead are to keep just the ace, queen, 10. In that case, it's actually only 6 cards that win, not 8. In a 25 card deck, we're looking at 5 of them. So we're looking at the top 5th. So there's a 4 and 5 chance that any of the cards we see are on the bottom. So they all 6 of them would have to hit. We'd basically have to hit the 4 and 5 chance 6 times in a row, which that's 0.8 to the 6th power. So that's roughly a 26% chance that we miss. So we basically have a 74% chance to win if we discard like this. Okay, that's one option, 74% chance to win. The other option is we go for a straight and we just look for a 7. This seems way worse already, just describing it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, the 9 or the 10 work here as well. So this is just better. No, because we're only discarding 4 cards. So we have to do the math a little bit differently. There are more hits now. There are, instead of 6 hits, there are 7 hits. But we look at 1 less card. So instead it's 21 out of 25 to the 7th power. So 21 divided by 25 is 0.84. To the 7th power is 29% chance. So that would be our chance of loss. So our chance of win would only be 71%. So it's better to go for the pairs like this. Okay. Is there anything else I'm missing? Don't think so, right? We still need yeah, we need 360 points. So a flush has not been upgraded, so a flush wouldn't do it. So we can't go for a flush. A full house would not do it. It's also way less likely to find a full house or anything. Okay. We can keep the 9 instead of the queen, but the odds are the same either way. Woo! We got there. I mean, yeah, it was a 74% chance to get there, so. Oh! We didn't sell the mail-in rebate. It actually might be okay. It might actually, yeah, if we just discard a single 10, we're actually going to be happy that we kept the mail-in rebate. But I absolutely should have freaking thought about it. Oh, I hate it when I don't think about it. Because we could have $3 more right now, which actually might matter since we want to buy this voucher. Having more money might be good for that reason. Okay, how good is 4 fingers? Oh gosh, how hard is the eye? No repeat hand types this round. It's really hard, right? A straight. We did the math on it before, and it was so long ago I don't remember what the math on it was. Yeah, it's like 4,000 points, basically. Huh. So we just heckin' need scoring jokers, and there's no substitute for that. So we should actually probably roll here. There's nothing in the Jumbo Spectral pack that can help us out. Right? Yeah, we essentially need... Yeah, I don't know how we're going to get the remaining 2,400 points if we can only play one straight. Like, how do you get 2,400 points without any straights? 3 pairs is kind of close. So if we got some scoring joker, that would probably make up the difference. Yeah, okay. So we roll for a joker that helps. These jokers don't help. I would love to make flushes easier to find, but this is rental on top of the fact that we can only play one straight anyway. Huge. The to-do list is much harder than the mail-in rebate, so if we want to sell something to get this extra voucher, it should be the to-do list. Is that what we want? Now that we have a ramen, discards are worse. But with a mail-in rebate that's lasting for at least 4 more rounds, at most 4 more rounds, I should say, the wasteful voucher does get a lot better. It's anti-3. I don't think we're reasonably gonna, and we're going for straights. I don't think we're reasonably gonna like be holding on to this ramen in the late game. So just burning through discards more freely is still good. Now the question is it as good as a Spectral Pack, or just saving our money, which is the other option. So we'd sell this, and we'd go down to $1 to get this wasteful voucher. The wasteful voucher is pretty good with this burnt joker too, though, because it lets us more freely discard the hand that we most want to upgrade, knowing that we still have 2 discards left to find that same hand to actually win the round. Yeah, and like before, it's like, what are we looking for in the Jumbo Spectral Pack? Heck if I know. I don't want Ouija. Like, Immolate is obviously amazing, but that's like the high roll. Cryptid is not good. None of the seals matter that much. Blue Seal is the best, but honestly is like really low impact for a $6 pack. So we're gonna sell you, and we're gonna take the extra discards. Sure, we'll take this Joker too, and then we'll do some math to see if we need to sell it before the end of the round. Okay. Well, we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we find the 6, we have a win. We have a straight. So we just go for that. Upgrade high card. There's a 6. There's also a 10. Okay, time to do some math. This actually looks like it wins to me. So we probably need to sell Wrathful Joker and then discard the 10 before we play this hand, but we'll see. So 180, 190, 200. Nice, the chips are an even 200. The multiplier then is 19, so that's 3,800. Yeah, it's 3,800 times 2 is 7,600. So this absolutely wins. It's not quite times 2 though, but it doesn't need to be. We just discard like, I guess we can discard the 2. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We discard 3 cards because we hope to see another 10. Wow, we did. So we discard again, just the 1 card this time to not punish Ramen so badly. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Discard the 10 for a little bit more cash. And then we play like this. We should absolutely sell you. The question is mail-in rebate going to be worth more than $3? Absolutely, right? More than $4, because actually the rental fee is costing us an interest as well. But it just has to trigger a single time in the next round for that to be worth it. So yes, we do keep the mail-in rebate. We play the straight. And it wins. Faceless Joker. I mean, there's no reason not to pick it up. So there's that. And then Arcana Pack is pretty valuable a lot of the time. I guess we'll buy this in case we see a Temperance. Nice. We did see a Temperance, actually. We just made an extra $1. That's pretty cool. We don't have to sell you right now, but we might as well, so we don't forget to sell you before the end of the round. How much do we need here? 9,000 is a lot. Also, look at these 2 investment tags. That's kind of hilarious. But no, we're fighting because of Burnt Joker stuff. And we want to see more shops for more Celestial packs. Rate is only up to level 6. I would love that to be higher. But Ramen's going to do some good work with the straights. Though we do need 2 straights throughout this ante. 2 straights with the Ramen will win all of these. And this boss is not going to make straights difficult for us. So I think we're good to go. Oh, although this is really good, right? It's actually not that good. I think the math comes out to something like we see right now with the Overstock voucher, we see a planet card once every 2 shops, or once every 2 rerolls rather, including a new shop being like a reroll. So this would make it show up on average once every reroll. So on average, we would see a Saturn from that only once every 9 rerolls. which this isn't even getting us a Saturn once every 9 rerolls, it's just increasing us from seeing a Saturn once every 18 rerolls to seeing it once every 9 rerolls. And it's worth $12 right now because of $10 plus $2 of interest, but probably even more because of interest in future rounds. So it's actually not good, unfortunately. Okay, I was thinking about this exact situation where we get to discard with the Faceless Joker. And upgrade pair while we are at it, because pair and high card have been trading back and forth. It would be so much better if this was all of one or the other, but I guess we'll just keep splitting it between pair and high card with the burnt Joker. Can't be upset about the Faceless Joker value. What does this want me to discard? 10s again? Okay, good to know. 6, 7, 8, or 8. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 6, 7, 8, 9. This. Oh. I think we play a pair. Okay. I think we're gonna sell you. I think we're gonna go 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack. Although, it's quite a bit more money to discard the 10 and keep the 6, 7, 8, 9 and just look for another 10 or a 5. There are 7 of those. Yeah, that is better. Assuming we don't care about discarding more on Ramen, which we do care about in general, but probably the money is better. Okay. We'll take it this time. And now the question is, do we want to sell mail and rebate now? Of course not. If it was good before, it's still good now. That is, the rental's costing us $3. We didn't win. That's not good. But a pair of 6s should win. Something. But yeah, it costs us $3 for the rental, but it gives us on average more than $3 in the following round. Okay. Base multiplier is decent. Our multiplier is only up to, so this is like a 1.5x because it's holographic. Never mind the fact that it can give us some tarot cards that we would like also. So, sure. And yeah, we'll look at a bunch of jokers here. Oh, this is so interesting. The obelisk, I mean, in general. I think on this particular run, we can pretty quickly realize it's actually not that interesting. It's not the play that is. Straights are so powerful, but they're our most played hand. So we can't reasonably stack up X-Mult on our straight hands with the obelisk, so it's not worth it. So, 8-ball's terrible, especially Rental Eternal. Oh my gosh, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. So then the other options are Mr. Bones and Fortune Teller. Fortune Teller is perishable and very weak right now. So I don't care about getting the Fortune Teller, so I'm going to take the obelisk to sell it for the most amount of money and then hold on to the Mr. Bones. Then I will buy and use the Emperor. Oh, I forgot that we are the Nebula deck, so we only get one. I paid $3 for a random tarot, which is not very good. We ended up getting Magician, which is like the best, one of the best, so we definitely hired, but I should have thought about that. Definitely a sloppy game here. But also in a lot of ways it's been very focused. We've played very well also. That's a sloppy thing to do on a run like this, but I think besides that, we played very well. It was a little bit sloppy not to consider if we should sell mail-in rebate on that first blind that we had it. You remember I was like, oh no, I didn't sell the mail-in rebate after all that headache I went through to like optimize the end of that round. But in reality, I think it was optimal to hold on to the mail-in rebate. It was just sloppy not to think about it in that instance. Okay, 6, 7, 8. So we can discard a pair for the Burnt Joker upgrade on pair, which is probably better than on high card. It's definitely better than high card. You can see actually the stats. We've been able to play 4 pairs. We've only ended up playing 1 high card. So there was one time when I intentionally upgraded high card instead of pair because I thought high card would be better to upgrade, but it seems like pairs have been sufficiently easy to play, and we should have upgraded pair more. So that's another mistake we made, but that wasn't like a sloppiness mistake, that was just like a, I didn't understand well enough how to make that decision correctly at the time. What do we want? This wants me to discard kings. There's a king. 6, 7, 8, 9. So we just need a 10 or a 5. There's a 10. Okay. So let's make the 8 and 7 lucky. And then play a straight. And then we need to look for essentially one more straight after this, and that's totally fine. Unless we got lucky here, which we didn't. Ace 2, 3. How good is a flush? There's no way it's 2,400 points. It hasn't been leveled up at all. But it has 10 extra mult and then another 0.75x. So normally this would score like 300. This increases it by 2.5 x. So that would be like 750. And then even another 2x on that wouldn't win. So we don't go for the flush. Oh, how good is the pair? Let's call this 90 times 17. 100 times 17 would be 1,700 times 1.75. Let's just do the math. So it's going to be 89 times 17 times 1.74. 2,600, which is enough. So we should just play this rather than dwindle ramen with more discards. Should we hold on to the mail-in rebate? The answer is yes. We did get our $5 value this run by holding on to it the previous round. Okay, I'm pretty sure this wins. Yep. Another magician is cool. Sixth sense is not. Hiker, it's pretty measly, right? That one I'm not so sure about. The goad. It makes sense to look at the buffoon pack because we have a hallucination which incentivizes us to look at packs, and buffoon packs tend to be worth looking at because you get to see 2 jokers for $4, which is actually kind of like a discount on rerolling, plus you don't have to pay for the jokers that you see. You just get to choose one. However, we only have 1 consumable slot, which means if this does generate us a tarot card, we would no longer be able to take Magician, and I mentioned before Magician's about the best tarot card that you want. And then the other downside is, like, what joker am I getting rid of? These aren't necessarily like late game jokers. Like, I could get rid of this if I saw something phenomenal. But if I just saw something like mediocre, I wouldn't even be able to get value of like picking it and selling it because I don't have room for that, because I like all these jokers well enough that I would like to hold on them into the next round unless I see something like super good. So just magician pass. Okay. And 1800 is easy to do. You can see a single straight was like 11,000. Or 18,000 is easy to do because a single straight was like 11,000. So we just need 2 straights and we have 3 discards. So getting 2 straights should be very doable. Boss doesn't make it more difficult to get straights. It just debuffs spade cards and that doesn't matter. Although we should have thought about that when we put Lucky on the spade. We should have put it on a non-spade, which I'm sure we had the option to do. We'll do it with this magician anyway. Okay. So we're just going next. It's a little bit underwhelming, but... Okay, this only has 1 round left, so... After we get its value in this round, we will sell it before the end of the round. It wants me to discard 7s. That might be hard to do, because I really like 7s. Okay, we get to discard a pair again. Burnt Joker upgrading pair. Very interesting. Okay, we just need a 10, so we should probably look for it pretty aggressively by discarding like this. Just keep looking like this. We'll play a pair though, because pairs are good, instead of discarding a pair. Save the discard for more 7s also. Like this. Still need to find that 10. Uh-oh. And now we're getting screwed. I need a 10. I've got 4 of them in the deck. It's the only rank I haven't seen. But now I'm in big trouble. Because a 10... because I don't know if a 10 wins. It should win, right? If I play high card here? No, because Ramen's gotten worse. I just don't think it wins. Yeah, Ramen's gotten worse, so if straight scored 11,000 before, it's going to score way less than that this time. But how much is this high card? 6 times 55 is like 300. So yeah, we'd still need basically 13,000, and a straight doesn't score 13,000. So we're screwed. Because we went through more than half of our deck without seeing a single 10. Which, what are the odds on that? 1/2 to the 4th power is... It's a 1 in 16 chance. Which is decently low, but not crazy. So if we get lucky with Magician, we could win. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else we can do. Like, if I play high card like this, the 10 still gives me the straight. But no, it's better to get this ace, to get the jack to score, and the, I'm sorry, to get the, yeah, essentially to get, to hold on, yeah, to do it like this, to have the non-scoring ace not score on the high card hand, where it's only missing out on 66 chips, as opposed to 19 times 11. Which is what happens if we score the ace in the straight that we get when we get the 10 instead of scoring the 9. Something like that. Okay, so Yeah, we just do this and pray that we see a 10. By the way, we were not reasonably likely to see the 10 at that point. We were extremely likely to see the 10 before that point, but after we'd gotten unlucky, now we were down to a situation where it's like, with 23 cards in our deck, we're looking at 4 of them, and only 4 of them are 10s. It was probably closer to like a 50% chance that we just don't even see it. But we do see it. Now the question is it good enough? I have no idea. I have no idea. There's a good chance that it's not. Let's get rid of you before we... Oh, well, we have Mr. Bones, so we're fine. I would love to keep Mr. Bones, of course, but we do not get to. And that's fine. But we do need to get stronger now. Upgrade Pair again is exciting. Upgrade Jupiter is way more exciting though. Or I'm sorry, Saturn. Straights. So now we actually are more powerful. But 25,000 is a lot more than 18,000. Jeez Louise. What's that skip tag? Upgrade Pair by 3 levels? That's cute. I would take another upgrade pair right here. I would also take an ice cream. A rental ice cream. Sure. High card matters. You could see that we actually played high card twice last round, so... We missed on the hallucination again, which sucks. But I'm not going to buy a jumbo pack. Okay, how are we doing this? We've got Jack, Queen, King, so we don't really need the 6s. So we can discard a pair like this. Okay, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King. That's 1 straight. 2 straights is still totally fine, by the way. Last time we got screwed because with 4 hands and 3 discards, we only ever got the 1 straight. And we almost didn't get it, and it's because we just couldn't find a 10. And you have to... That's another thing where it's like you might have thought that there were some other lines we could have taken. Knowing that the 10 could be on the bottom. But like any other line we take, the cards we would be looking for also could have been on the bottom. And there's no way to avoid looking for a 10. In general. Obviously you can get a low straight, like 2 through 6. But there's no way to know that you're going to see more low cards than high cards. Really, it comes down to the fact that if every straight contains a 5 or a 10, you're going to be forced to look for at least one of some specific rank that you are unable to like reasonably pivot away from. And there's no reason for you to believe that you'll see... we saw more 5s in that blind than we saw 10s. There was no way to know that was going to happen. And every time we saw a 5, but still didn't have the straight, it became even better to go for the 10s, because now if we start going for the 5s, there are even fewer of them. Anyway. We play this straight. I don't know how much it scores. It's actually really good. Because the 100 chips from Ice Cream actually is like a 1.5x multiplier on our chips. Also, we almost have a straight flush here, which is funny. Okay, so yeah, we still need a another straight. 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We do have 3 9s and 3 5s. So we can look for the 5 or the 9. So yeah, it's another situation here. It's like, would we rather look for the 5 or for the 9? And the answer is... it doesn't matter. I guess we'll look for the 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because in theory, we could stumble upon... the 4 cards we see here could actually be Ace, King, Queen, Jack. Which is extremely unlikely also, but we played that out. Yeah, so When it's specifically when you're choosing between non-10 and 5s for which card you're going to look for, you could see that we had the 6, 7, 8, so we could have looked for the 9 or the 5. Because the other option of what we could look for was specifically... Actually, this might have been true in the previous blind also. I talked about your ability to pivot away, but here, like, if you have the 10, or if you had the 5, for example, you can pivot away from needing a 9 specifically. Instead of looking for just a 9 or 5, you could look for a 9, a 5, or like ace, king, queen, jack. There is a difference though, because with the high cards, you have a greater incentive to like pivot to a high straight, whereas previously it's like, yeah, we saw the 5, which meant instead of just looking for the 10, we could have chosen to look for the 10, or stumble upon exactly like 2, 3, ace 2, 3, 4, while holding on to the 5, something, something. But ace 2, 3, 4 is so much worse than ace, king, queen, jack, so that's another reason why that's not an obvious thing to look for. I also don't think that situation cropped up. Even though we did see a 5, we didn't have enough of the 6, 7, 8, 9 that we could choose which side of the straight we wanted to shift down towards. In this case, we can start shifting towards the top though, so instead of holding 6, 7, 8, 10, looking for the 9, we can still look for the 9, but now we do it by holding 8, 10, jack, queen. Once again, like shifting our way towards the top end. Okay, there's the 9. And it's lucky, which is nice. So the question is, do we need the ice cream? Without the ice cream, this is 10, 20, 30, 240, 257 chips. 257 times 32. 207 times 32 is 8,000, and then times another 1.48 is 12,000. So yeah, we absolutely don't need the ice cream. So we sell it, so we don't pay the rental. Didn't get lucky, but that's okay. Okay, we definitely need to get stronger. This ramen is running out. This helps for sure. That's huge. I like banana. Glass cards also probably honestly worth it. Let's look at a buffoon pack. Oh, we got the devil. Rocket's better than a rental egg. Yeah, banana helps a lot. Okay. And then we go next. 37,000 with ramen dwindling is pretty hard. Ace 2, 3, 4 means we would discard like this if we're looking for that specific straight, which I think we should. Upgrade high card with the Burn Choker, not my favorite thing since pair is so much better, but of course we don't have control over that. Oh, we got it. Nice. Ace 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we could do it with the 6 instead. Oh, we should do it with the 6 instead because now we have Ace, King, Queen, and all I need is Jack 10. Interesting. I did not anticipate that, but that's how this ended up working out. Now how good is this is the question. 15,000. So another straight is not enough on its own. But the good news is a pair is quite powerful. So we take the pair, looking for the jack and the 10, and scoring another 7,000 points. So now we're getting into territory where it's like, okay, well, jack and 10 is good enough. Now this is also curious. Needing a jack and a 10, or just needing a 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or ace 2, 3, 4, 5. We only have 2 3s, so I don't think we want to go for the 3s. Now here's the other thing. If we're going for the jack and the 10, we don't need the ace anymore. Because we can do 9, 10, jack, queen, king. So we'll discard like this. Okay. Now we just need the 10. 9, 10, jack, queen, king. We can do it like this, but we get to play the pair instead of discarding. Why is playing better, though? Because it doesn't hurt Ramen. I guess that's good enough reason. 9, 10, jack, queen, king. Because you can see if we had discarded there, then we would win right now, which means we would get one more dollar, but we'd have less power on Ramen. But I would probably sacrifice some power on Ramen to get another dollar. Oh, don't forget to do this. I'd probably sacrifice the power on Ramen to actually get that extra dollar, since Ramen is now actually quite weak. It's getting to the point where we absolutely want to sell it as soon as we can. Hopefully we get lucky here. Well, with money specifically. The multiplier lucky doesn't matter. We win either way. Rocket giving us a little bit of cash. Just a little bit. Very sad not to see us, once again, not see a special pack. The house. The house is, oof. House is tough for sure. Yikes, the house is really tough. 50,000 points is like kind of hard. But you could see we just got 50,000 points, but we did have to get lucky. Anyway, Justice should mostly make up the difference. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to buy Hangman and then look at this pack. Oh, these are a lot of good things here. So we can hang the ace, since aces are not especially good for straights. And then what do we want to do? Do we want Magician, Fool? Do we want a Hermit? Probably Hermit. Actually, Hermit into Hermit. Makes a lot of sense. In fact, maybe we hold on to the Hanged Man then for the boss. No, because the glass card is much better in the boss. Yeah, we want to take that glass card that's in there. So toss an ace. Do we want to toss a 4? Not really. That strands the 3 and the 2 in a way that it's actually meaningful to have 2 and 3s be viable for straights. So just hang the ace. Not super powerful, but I think still worth the $3 we paid for it. Especially since we have an abundance of money now that we've done it this way. Buy the Justice, and then roll. Okay. Well, Ramen is how much multiplier? Assuming we're going to discard like 10 cards right off the bat. Let's say 1 point. If we discard 14 cards, that's 1.25. So that's like 5.5 multiplier here. Another 2.5 multiplier here, so that's 8 multiplier. And then another 3.25 here, so that's like 11-ish. So this is much better than Ramen. Although it is perishable, so is Ramen. Like, Ramen is basically perishing, so we'll take a popcorn because it's better now. And then we can just buy the seed money. We are more powerful than we were before, so we can, like, fingers crossed, like, hope that we actually beat this house with Justice and with... Yeah, like, what else are we looking for? I guess getting rid of Hallucination, something better than 10 multiplier, is reasonable to try and find. Something better than Rocket. I don't know what that would be. I mean, Rocket's not very good. So it's not hard to imagine something being better than Rocket. But Rocket does give us $3 after this fight if we win. And then it gets better if we want to hold on to it in the next ante. hallucination's not really getting better. We'll roll once more. These are not it. Okay. So this is definitely not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna discard like this. This is just, I mean, when I say this is definitely not good, it's not like we got unlucky. We don't know if we got unlucky or not. We have no idea what's in here. Okay. We know that we didn't discard any duplicates of anything. We just have to discard like this. There's no point holding on to face down cards. It's going to be too hard to get information about them, even with the Justice. But we have a 5, 6, 7, which is a good start. So we discard like this. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we play a pair. Looking for a 3 or an 8. I'm scoring a nice little 7,000 on the way. We still need a 3 or an 8. So we'll discard like this. We get the 3. We will make the 3 glass. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We hope that we get lucky. We did not. Oh, gosh. So we're just toast. Did I miscalculate how much the ramen was? No, I think ramen has just perished a lot. I was gonna say, I feel like this was way less than I expected it to be, given that we have popcorn instead of ramen, and we played a glass card there. But the popcorn instead of ramen, I was comparing popcorn to ramen compared to how powerful ramen will be after we spend all our discards, not compared to how powerful ramen was in the previous round. Which it's great if ramen was powerful in the previous round, but with a glass card, ramen would have been a lot better too, because this would have been an extra 5-ish multiplier. I don't know, it still would have been similar to popcorn. Dang, I guess it was just a low straight too. 2 through 7 is a lot fewer chips than ace through 10. And the chips still matter. Straight only scores 210 chips, so another 20 chips is like another 10%. That's the difference between like 28,000 and 30,000, which could matter. I'm not seeing a way out of this. I'm sitting here rambling. Maybe just to stall. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. 2 pair is so much worse than pair. I think we have to play a pair, but that means we're stuck holding on to extra cards that we don't need. Whatever. Play a pair of 10s. Like, and then hold on to like this. Yeah, this is fine. The 4's no good, but neither is the 5. The 5 and the 10 don't score in the same straight together. We could look for the 2 or the 3, but we aren't likely to have lots of those left. We have at most a single 2 left. So we do this and hope that we see the Jack. And then if we get the Jack, then we also want to see alongside it either... No, because 10 Jack Queen's only 3 cards, so we would need a Jack. And we would need 2 more cards. Either a King and an Ace, or a King and a 9, or a 9 and an 8. So we could keep the Ace, but... Nah. Wow, so close, look. That was only 8,000 points, so another pair won't get there, unfortunately. A high card that gets lucky might. I don't know, we can try it. But you can see we're so close to a straight here. A 3 would get us there. And we have 3 of them left in the deck. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, maybe. I don't know how many I discarded from the face down cards. Remember when I had those 3 face down cards that were higher than a 7, and I said, oh, there's no point holding on to them because it's just going to be too hard to figure out what they are. I think that was true, but that also might have affected our opinion on whether or not we should be going for a low straight or a high straight, because we know that we discarded a lot of cards bigger than 7, which means we might not have really many jacks left to look for. Anyway, let's see if we get lucky. We did not. Even if we had, that would not have doubled our output even close. So we didn't get there. Nebula deck is proving difficult for some reason. I don't know. We breezed through. What was the? We breezed through the Ghost deck. We talked about why that was though. Ghost deck is a very obvious front-loaded advantage, and front-loaded advantage is way more powerful than any other type of advantage you can get, because front-loaded advantage ends up being late-game advantage as well, just by virtue of the fact that you're able to stockpile money, look for the scaling jokers, make decisions that are better later instead of better now. And a deck like this that has like backloaded advantage, where it's like, oh, eventually I can get certain planet types up really high with my celestial packs. Backloaded damage is worse than front-loaded damage, basically. Not damage, but, you know, advantage, whatever. Okay, this has been a really long one, even though it was one run. Yeah, we just hit the hour mark, so 6 minutes ago. A little bit long, but we'll wrap up. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time. I hope you get to see me win sometime soon. Until then, have a good one.